Let the record show that everybody's present. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anybody? I don't have any citizen comments. Anybody want to say anything? All right. We're going to move now to item number 9. I know Mr. Keaton has to leave. Discuss the possible action regarding the authorization of funding CPR training for county employees. Ms. Melissa Merkel and Mr. Michael Keaton will present and provide the court with information about CPR classes. Go ahead.
So, good morning. My name is Michael Keaton. I'm the program director for Methodist Air Care here in Del Rio. We've been successful launching this base since February of last year. You guys, along with the city, the school district, and the hospital have just launched a renewal of our site plan. So I want to thank you guys foremost for that, because we're averaging about 18 to 20 flights still a month, and so that's community members that are not going to be upset while they're trying to heal and receive that medical bill from us. So that's a really good thing. On a positive note, so it's all about outreach education and trying to get as many people in the community involved with really trying to take care of themselves. So how can we do that? We do that with CPR. CPR is a very basic skill that we can actually teach the citizens, the community of this county. We recently just did a good class. We actually certified 56 employees at the sheriff's office. Sheriff was kind enough to allow us to go in there. We taught 56 of his employees, and so now he's got what they're all Heart Saver certified CPR employees over there. So that's a really good thing. They deal with there's a lot of traffic that goes in and out of that facility. So the more people we can get involved in our facilities in the county that are CPR certified, the better it's going to be for the community that's coming in, because you never know when those types of emergencies are going to hit. What we're willing to offer you guys is exactly what we offered the sheriff here, which is it's a $5 cost per person that we certify. That's very, very low, very minimal. It's really a good deal, $5 per person that we certify. We need 2 weeks in advance to schedule a class. The minimum we can have is 3 in a class, and the max is 9 per student. So if you want to give us a class of 20, we will figure out the student to teacher ratio. We'll get that figured out. Wherever facility you guys want to do it in, we'll go to you and we'll teach on whatever day is more convenient for you. It's really a blank canvas for us. We're here just to get your guys certified, because you never know when that's going to strike. It's going to help in the work setting, and it's also going to help in the home setting. We're really proud about this Heart Saver class that we give. The more people we can get on board, the better it is. I mean, the chances of survival when somebody is doing compressions on you is significantly increased, as opposed to just somebody sitting there and having nothing done to them. So we really do believe in it. Obviously, the medical field believes in it. So that's something that we want to offer you at that really low price of $5 per employee. How many employees are involved is completely up to you guys.
We have 230-something, minus the 50. Do what?
246.
Does that include the sheriff?
But that
Yeah, minus the 56.
Yes.
So I mean, bottom line, if we set aside $1,000 and then y'all put the planning, that should cover everybody if everybody wanted to do it.
Yes, sir.
I think it's a good idea.
It's a great idea. Thank you, Mr. Wardlaw, for that conversation. He initiated it with us as well. And then the sheriff was kind enough to have us in. And matter of fact, if you do it at a location where there's an open field, we'll actually bring the helicopter to you, just as a presentation to that class that's going on, to show them. The sheriff was actually a part of one of those classes. We brought the helicopter in for sort of an LZ training, and they really get to get a one-on-one interaction with our staff and the helicopter and just really see what it is that we're doing. It's really cool.
He keeps on, he's going to talk himself out.
That's right. Motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion.
Go ahead.
Since that,
Take it out of contingency. We're going to take the money.
Take it out of contingency.
Second.
okay. There's a motion, second. Any more discussion or questions? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody. 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Keaton.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go now to item number 6. Discuss possible action regarding transfer of funds to court to select account for contract services. The amount of $500.26 to cover the train. Fill for contract.
Last month I came in with the proposal for that train The account is $500
But
short.
we had, in the budget, we had actually moved like $12,000 into the contract services. That's what we had talked about, moving an extra 12, because there was 8 for this and 3,000 for the rest
Yeah,
of it.
8 for one and
3,000 for
and
the
48 or
Yeah.
something like that. It's just,
So we were still lacking?
yeah, $500.
Okay.
Okay.
Motion to approve and move the money out of contingency.
There's a motion.
I thought we'd already taken, I thought we were.
There's a
set.
motion.
Second.
Second. Okay, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody? Thank you. All right, next, discuss possible action regarding the approval of purchase of following capital expenditures and to include payment on current bills to be paid on list.
I'd just like to add to that there's a discount of $6,550 to make it a total amount of $28,595.
Motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. Any questions, discussion?
Thank you, Mr. Mosby, for the discount.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay. And all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Item number 8, discuss possible action regarding the payment of extra purchase not complying with current purchasing.
I'd like to remove that from,
Okay,
there is none.
okay,
Thank you.
okay, thank you. I know we're gonna have a hearing at 9:15, it's not 9:15 yet. Next, we have item number 10, discuss possible action to define the duties of the county rabies control authority.
Judge, Commissioners, I put this item on the
Before
agenda.
you get started, we had an incident last week that Mr. Cerny, Roland Garza, and the sheriff were involved in. I want to thank them for handling it. It was a bite, and I really do appreciate it. I appreciate the phone calls also. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. In that particular incident, the young child that was bitten is taking the rabies shot. The reason I brought this before the court, for not particularly for action, but for discussion, is because how I came about to be the appointed as the Rabies Control Authority. There's 2 members of the court that were not here at that particular time, and I'd like to just briefly go back, and that was Judge Valdez and Commissioner Wardlaw, how this occurred. Back in November of 2014, I brought to the court, I put an item on the agenda. It came to my attention that 826 of which is the section of Title 10 of the Health and Safety Code says that every county shall have a rabies control authority, which is an administrative action, an administrative position to administrate and enforce the rabies control in the county. And I brought that up because of the reason at that time our animal control order that we had in place, which was a very good one, designated the animal control officer as the local health authority, the rabies control authority. Since we didn't have an animal control officer, we weren't in compliance with the statute. I brought it for discussion, but there was very little discussion at that time, Commissioner. What happened was Commissioner Ramon made a motion to rescind this order and appoint me as rabies control authority, seconded by Judge Allen, and passed with very little discussion. So basically, I thought it'd be wise to bring to the attention of the court that this order has been rescinded. Had I been asked for a recommendation at that time, and Commissioner Owens voted nay on this, I might add, that I would have recommended that simply that this order should have been amended in order to have named someone else could have named me, but could have named me as the rabies control authority without rescinding the order. The good news is, though, that 826, or the chapter that deals with rabies control, says that the county doesn't have to, it's not mandatory that they have an order. In lieu of not having an order, then this is what takes effect as the statute then takes effect. We get a lot of calls, and really, I think there needs to be some thought given as to who should be the animal control or the rabies control authority. Last year, there was a motion made to appoint or to create a animal control department. Basically, what we have is and that the sheriff be in charge of it. Well, we have a position in the sheriff's department for animal control, and that's it. It doesn't seem to me to be feasible that you have someone outside of the person that's responsible for animal control, as the sheriff has accepted that responsibility or appointed by the court to manage it, have someone else looking over his shoulder or having to enforce certain provisions of this order. It would seem to me that this order be at a later point in time. One recommendation might be to name the sheriff as the rabies control authority, since the animal control officer will be working for him. And that's basically my presentation.
Thank you.
Again, I just want to say thank y'all. I mean, it was, we're getting more and more phone calls, but it's we had another deal in Quail Run, and the sheriff responded also, and again, I just really want to say thank y'all. I know I've been a little bit critical of your office, Roger, and of Roland also, but the way y'all handled the thing last week, I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next, item 11, discuss possible action regarding enacting the 90-day ban, burn ban at Valverde County.
Move.
Move. Second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody? Thank you. All right, next, item 12, the Human Resource Director monthly report.
Are they all in order?
Yes, sir.
Move.
Second.
There's a motion and second. Any discussion? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? Nobody? Thank you. Let's do these. Item 5, we're now public hearing November 29, 2017 at 9:15. Anybody want to speak for or against the regarding the replat of Lot 9, Rancho Los Venenos?
Venados.
Okay. Unit 2, Phase 1 subdivision establishing lots 9A and 9B. Anybody speak for or against?
This hearing is required by section 232, .341 of the Texas Local Governmental Code. Any time there is a replat of a platted parcel of land in a subdivision, that this hearing be advertised 3 times, first time 30 days prior to this hearing, once in the middle, and then at the last publication being 1 week prior to today, which was done, and the letters be sent to all the landowners within 200 feet of the affected property. And the purpose of it, as the judge reiterated, is for anybody that has a comment to make for or con to do so. Do I hear any comments? Judge, I believe this hearing should be closed.
I got a question on that.
Yes.
Concerning, who owns that land? Los Venados. Who owns that? Los Venados.
This subdivision was subdivided by Justin Burke and I believe Pat Ellis.
Oh, okay.
And there is a provision in their deed restrictions, which we do not enforce, that they have to grant some type of authority for replatting. But I visited with Mr. Burke and he has no objection to it. By the way, this falls in the Amistad Land Use and Zone area, and it was presented to the Amistad Land Use and Zone Commission, and they voted to recommend approval
But there's a contingency.
contingent to a letter of credit being provided for the on-site sewage facility which has been done.
We have the letter?
Right? Yeah. Okay, nothing else, then this public hearing is now closed. Thank you, Mr. Friend. Right. Item 13, discuss possible action on following items. A, refund the specialty court program fees.
Morning, Judge.
One,
We need to refund some money to the state, and we need to allocate some money over to specialty court, DWI, for fees that were collected but never remitted to the state. It was just a simple desk audit that was done. No big deal. Roughly those amounts were in your packets. But those amounts are $3,566 will go back to the state, and approximately $3,000 will go back to the specialty court. And we'll have to move that money out of contingency into these funds.
Move.
so move. Need a second? Second. Any questions? Not all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Nobody?
Aye.
Those opposed? 4-1. Thank you. All right, you want to go executive session for the next item, or you?
Okay.
We'll now go into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, and 551.071, parentheses 2.
Gotten good, used to read all of it.
Yes. All right, no action was taken. We don't have any action items anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Any approval of subdivisions?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
This is in Commissioner Nelson's precinct.
Okay.
That's that Vanilla deal, right?
Yes, the council has announced.
Your name is?
I guess he's gonna be
Yeah.
back. I don't care if y'all wanna act on it or what.
Does it comply with the
Yes.
subdivision
Yes, it
rules?
does. In fact.
That's when we just had the hearing.
Yeah, but I just,
Yes, it does.
For the
They
regulation.
supplied us with a letter of credit, on Stud Bank for a aerobic system on this tract of land. It was divided into 4.003 here.
That was yours.
Motion approved. I need a second. Second, any more discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, all those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Thank you.
There's no,
No certificates. Approval of monthly reports from elected officials.
Move.
Move in a second. Any discussion? If not, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, anybody opposed? 5-0. Approval of bills payment.
I have a question.
He moved, I'll second that. We just-
Okay.
you get the checks in there?
Did you get that, Janie?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On page 6 of 9, I'm showing a bill of $5,000 to LPA, if you're putting it under precinct 3 capital. That was the money that was, I'm assuming, paid for the engineers for the sports complex. We'd authorized that to come out of the money from the Westgate.
Right.
Huh?
Right, we did. Yeah, if you look on the departmental code, on the left-hand side, it says 1,400 department.
Yeah, I don't know what that number means. That's all right, I'm asking you.
Right, that means it did come out of the capital
Okay.
expenditures, but we just attached it there, precinct
Okay.
3, so that, just more data. More data is better.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions? All right.
We do have a approval of 4 bills here for some pipe, some purlin. And we have the trailer that was approved last meeting, and some gross weighted value equipment.
Did you get that pickup in there?
No, I did not pick up it.
Is that on the regular bill?
Pick up? You got it in the regular bill?
It's on the regular.
Is it? Okay.
That's it.
There's a motion and a second. Any more questions? If not, all those in favor, indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nobody, 5-0. Okay. On the county judge's comments, we got a letter of recognition last night from the city for helping out for the Hurricane Harvey relief efforts. Thank you for everybody in the county for helping out. I know, the sheriff got one, and Jerry got one, and we got one. Other than that, any other comment? If not, this means adjourned.